I haven't. Let me see what the better lighting is. Okay, guys, I have not blotted my face all day. I know it needs it and I can feel it, but I don't feel like I'm incredibly sweaty and my makeup is running everywhere. Let me tell you what the secret I think it was. I did what Jackie Ina and some of the other girls, beauty gurus here on YouTube, said to do, and that was to put powder under my foundation. So before I put on my foundation, I had patted gently into my face a face full of powder, and it truly helps control the oil. So thank you, Jackie and Dema and all of the others who said just go on and try it. I knew I would be out here for a while. And I also put Jackie Ina's new makeup palette on my eyes. I will be using that palette for at least 2 more weeks. I love Jackie's palette. Today the look is Lituation and Sponsored. Those are my 2 colors. Lituation and Sponsored. Only Jackie with those names. But I have a story to tell you guys about Stone Mountain. I was on Stone Mountain one evening when you aren't supposed to be up here, probably about 11 or 12. Now, at night, yes, not in the, I said evening, right. And guys, I'm on the mountain walking with my sister and her friend. And her friend was she was overweight. And that's why she was walking with my sister. She was like, I need to get some exercise in. Because my sister and I always walk the mountain all around the clock, all around the seasons, all around the year. One night, right about here, we were surrounded by a pack of coyotes. Yes, I said it, a pack of coyotes. So let's just call this a story time on Stone Mountain. I didn't notice anything right away because I was laughing and talking on my cell phone with a friend of mine. Let me see, who was it? One of my girlfriends. We were just having a great time. I'm talking so loud and falling out laughing. My sister said, Tusi, they're surrounding us. I was like, what's surrounding us? What are you? Then I paid attention to the howling. Ow! Ow! They were calling, the coyotes were calling one another and letting one another know just where we were. It became terrifying. And I thought, I have got to do something. We were walking in the middle of the road, talking loud. And I think perhaps that and spirit is what kept them away from us so long, because we sounded like a troop, a group, and not just three women. There was howling to our right. There was howling in the wooded area up above near the mountain, and there was howling way behind us. And true enough, the howling was coming in a circular fashion. I couldn't believe it. They were actually surrounding us. We never saw, yes we did, we saw them, the outskirts of them, running low to the ground around this area. And so I said, I've got to do something, Spirit. I've got to do something. I ran out in front of a vehicle, and I was jumping up and down in the road, waving my arms, and I thought, truly, this car is not going to go around me or hit me. Spirit, be with me, please. The car happened to be a police car. Of course, he stopped, and he asked what was wrong, and we told him we're surrounded. They have surrounded us. Coyotes, they're howling. And I opened his back door on his driver's side. And I told my sister and her friend, get in. He didn't have to tell me it was okay. He knew we were terrified. So my sister and her friend got in, and then I climbed in beside them. And then we were all squeezed in the police officer's car in the back, right about here. I was so glad to see him because I was praying and praying and praying. I said, I do not want to be attacked on Stone Mountain in the street by a pack of coyotes. I did not want my sister and her friend to suffer that fate, and I had to have a conversation with the divine. The man said, the lady at the gate said that she saw some coyotes running earlier, and they were running in a pack. And I said, oh yes, and they're still running in that pack. And he asked us where was our car. He asked us where was our car, and he took us to our car. We were so elated. Now mind you, right up above there is the lady or the people on, usually they're elderly, the greeters right near the mountain. They're right up there. But we didn't have enough time to get there if they had tried to attack us. We were tired already. One of us was overweight, and we just wouldn't have made it. God was so merciful. The divine, the goddess was so merciful to send that police officer because he was right on time. And that is what happened with the coyotes surrounding us here on Stone Mountain. I have another story too. I was walking with my girlfriend one night. I would say it was about midnight or a little thereafter. We were on the other side of the mountain. We're just walking and talking, like girlfriends do, holding hands, laughing and cooing and talking. We were just having a great time walking. And all of a sudden, in the woods came a howling, like a low animal sound of an animal hurt. And she looked at me and said, they say animals will make that baby sound to lure you into the woods, to get you to stop and think that it's something else. I said, really? How could animals say? Yes, she said, animals have been known to do that. And it sounded just like a baby. I knew and I'm so glad the animal stayed in the woods because we would not have had a chance to outrun this animal. My girlfriend was overweight, and I just was like, oh my God. So we picked up our pace and we made it back to the vehicle. I'm so glad. Once again, I was so glad. And another time I was dating this girl, and she was walking the mountain with me late at night. But she was strapped. And when I don't know if we heard something. No, this time I didn't hear anything. She didn't hear anything. We were just walking and talking and cooing and walking and talking and just having a good old midnight Stone Mountain time. What happens here is an officer rides up to us, and he says, ladies, please be careful out here, especially at this time. He said, different things can happen at this time. And I knew he was trying not to scare us, because I had already heard of people their bodies being dropped off here on the mountain, and women being found dead on the mountain. But I don't know. Sometimes we don't think about those things when we're in the midst of life and enjoying ourselves and other people. We said, yes, thank you, officer. And my girlfriend, well, she was not my girlfriend. The girl I was dating, she looked around at me and she said, I'm strapped and I know how to use it. And if anything had come up, I would have handled it before he got here. And I'm thinking, woo-wee for that. But if it's a lot of some things, she would have had to have a rifle or something that would have put out buckshots and quite a few shots. But I'm glad she didn't have to. I'm glad. those are my 3 Stone Mountain stories. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I've got to see if my friend is here on the mountain so I can go and have dinner with her and her colleague. Take care. Besitos y abracitos a todo el mundo. Kisses and hugs to everyone. Stand in your own spotlight. It's a beautiful place to be. Bye.